I'm also the type, let's see what happens. Alright, so this is a bar. Walk with me. I would never go into a bar, Lord. Annie in Las Vegas. Hookers for Jesus. She did. Yeah, but I'm not supposed to drink. And don't. Me, myself. Spirit says not yet. So, what's your problem? Yeah, so I can read your actual thoughts, your heart, everything you've been through, already know what you've gone through, and to me, this is not a waste of time, but a seed, I guess. It's what happens when you're actually on front lines. Scripture was talking about that, so I mean, you guys can take it however you want, especially my little cubs. I'm waiting for them to catch up because they're. Mm. Okay. Okay. So, for you guys that lost your marriage and you lost everything that I was trying to give you, you probably sit there like, all right, well, this is my song. Right? No, no doubt. Mm.
I was raped as a child. I can't imagine having to carry my perpetrator's baby like Joe Kent wants to do.
No, I don't think you should be able to do an abortion.
Joe Kent, it is none of your damn business.
Technically, hold on. I'll chime in here. Peter asked me the same thing. Everybody's asked me the same thing. Like, how would I handle it? What do I think about it? Why do I support um, the overturn of Roe versus Wade? Wade, yeah. Um, from my prophets, you can see Jonathan Kahn, Harbinger, all that. But from my perspective, if you were given the blessing of having a child, and you're looking at it from the perspective of it should be this way. In the last days and all of that, um, that's separate. from you. I don't think you get that. It's not your life. You have your own life. You already lived your life. This is a separate life. It's not about your purposes or about you. To be real, it's about mine. And if you have a problem with that, we can have it out. But it's a separate life from you. It comes out of you. It is detached from you. It's not you. And when you say it, it's still a life. Now, if you want to go back to the Bible and all of the things that I said, no child sacrifice, I said that. What fucking problem do you guys have with this? It's a separate life from you. It's not you. It doesn't get along with you. It doesn't agree with you all the time. You're a steward of it. It came out of you. Be grateful that you even have the chance. There's many people that can't have children. It's at least somewhat affectionate, and when you say it, because you guys say that life doesn't begin before contraception, or what do you guys have? Plan B now? And you guys have all these mechanisms where you can be sexually immoral, make a mistake, and then just be like, well, that was just a mistake, so I can erase it. Fuck you. You're choosing to take that risk and then abort it because it's inconvenient to you. That might have been the best thing that's ever happened to you. That might have been the one thing that made you focus on your life. That might have been your saving grace. That little tiny thing that is younger than you actually was your anchor. So I don't want to hear anymore all of these bitching and complaints. If you were raped, I get that. I do. What does that child have to do with the person that raped you? Nothing. I mean, if we go further, why were you actually in that position? I'm not blaming you, but at the same time, I'm holding you accountable. How do you know that wasn't going to save you from a life of loneliness? Don't try and get a cat or a dog to fill that void, when you should have been on a path like I'm creating for your husband. So I don't want to hear this bullshit, because to me it sounds like bullshit. If you took that to the courts of heaven, I'll just look at you. What? Weren't you at that party? Didn't you drink too much? Didn't you actually do this? Is it your fault? Am I Harvey Weinstein? Of course not. You know what you did. And you knew your intentions while it was happening. If you're going to give me some type of excuse, I'd love to hear it, but I don't see it. My wife was telling me I was drunk and this happened, this happened. Okay. Still happened. He took advantage of me. I don't see how that happened. from the story that I was told, you initiated it. So I'm not going to embarrass uh, my wife, but from my perspective, what do you mean, your perspective? If she sucks a dick, she sucks a dick. So, I mean, you can't really put that on somebody else, and then that's just weird. So, I mean, to me, however you try and deflect it, if you had a child and it's inside of you, whether it was rape, plan B didn't work, or whatever you want to call it, I'm not trying to be harsh. What I'm saying is, do I think it was uh, what you called it? No. A lot of times, no. Because I saw the entire thing. But what I think is, it's still life. And that's the point. It's not your choice. It really isn't. You do not have the right to terminate a life.